Lord Commander, it's one of the wildlings you brought back. Says he knows your Uncle Benjen. Says he's still alive.
Are you sure he's talking about Benjen?
Said he was first ranger. Said he knows where to find
Most
him.
people remember Olly as the boy who betrayed Jon Snow, the boy who stabbed the Lord Commander, the boy who helped start a mutiny at the Wall, the boy who was later executed for treason. But what if we look at the story from Olly's point of view? Because when you do, the story becomes very different.
Olly wasn't a soldier. He wasn't a knight. He wasn't even a member of the Night's Watch. He was just a kid from a small northern village. And then the wildlings came. The raiders attacked his home, burned it down, and killed his family. One of the attackers, a wildling warrior, personally murdered Olly's father in front of him. That moment changed his life forever. After escaping the attack, Olly eventually reached Castle Black, where he met the Night's Watch and Jon Snow. The Watch took him in. They gave him food. They gave him safety. They gave him a purpose. To Olly, the Night's Watch became his new family. Then something happened that Olly could not understand. Jon Snow made peace with the wildlings.
You don't mean it, do you? Telling the wildlings you want to make peace. You're just doing it to trick them.
From Jon's perspective, it made sense. The White Walkers were coming, and humanity needed to unite.
But winter is coming.
But from Olly's perspective, this was something very different.
They burnt my village. They put an arrow through my father's head right in front of me. They butchered my mother. Everyone I ever knew.
The people who killed his parents were now being welcomed through the Wall, fed, protected, allowed to live south of the Wall. To Olly, this didn't feel like strategy. It felt like betrayal.
The Night's Watch had one main duty: protect the realms of men. For generations, that meant protecting the realm from wildling invasions. Suddenly, their own Lord Commander was bringing those same wildlings into the realm. Many brothers of the Watch believed Jon Snow had broken tradition and put the realm in danger. And Olly listened. He was young, he was angry, and he had lost everything to the people now being allowed inside the Wall.
Eventually, a group of Night's Watch members decided Jon Snow had to be stopped. They called it justice. They called it protecting the Watch. They called it defending the realm. Olly joined them. When Jon Snow was lured outside and surrounded, the mutineers stabbed him one by one, and then they handed the dagger to Olly, the boy who had watched wildlings kill his father, the boy who believed Jon had betrayed the Watch, the boy who thought he was doing the right thing. Olly stepped forward and stabbed the Lord Commander.
For the Watch.
But Jon Snow did not stay dead. After being brought back to life, Jon quickly regained control of Castle Black. The mutiny failed, and those responsible were executed. Including Olly. The boy who had lost his parents, the boy who believed he was protecting the Watch, the boy who thought he was defending humanity. He died as a traitor.
So, was Olly a villain? From Jon Snow's point of view, yes. From the Night's Watch perspective, yes. But from Olly's perspective, he was a child who watched wildlings slaughter his family. He was raised by the Night's Watch to believe wildlings were the enemy. And when those same enemies were suddenly welcomed through the Wall, he believed the Watch had been betrayed. So he acted, not for power, not for glory, not for revenge, but because he believed he was protecting the realm. And in the brutal world of Game of Thrones, sometimes the difference between hero and villain is simply which side of the story you hear first.